Cathie Wood's prediction of 3.8 million for the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin price by 2030. Cathie Wood of ARK Invest is predicting this. This is a raise on her previous prediction, which was 1.5 million. So she was
she's raising her price target?
She's raising it at a time.
That's typically a no-no.
Now, Cathie's not afraid to do that. All right. So 3.8 million. Again, one Bitcoin right now is 60,000. We just went over this. But by 2030, Cathie Wood says 3.8 million. That seems really high. But let me tell you,
very high.
Let me tell you how she arrived at this number. It was a simple calculation. If institutional investors, there's a lot of those, and they have a lot of money, if they were to allocate just over 5% of their portfolios, that's all it would take. Then that alone would send the Bitcoin price to 3.8. So that's what she's saying. David, 5% doesn't sound like a lot.
Of an entire portfolio to dedicate to one asset, it kind of does seem like a lot.
I feel like it's more 5% to crypto, and that'll happen. I don't think all of that gets allocated to Bitcoin.
That makes more sense to me.
That's my take.
By 2030, Bitcoin will not be the only ETF on the markets.
But actually, here's I blanked this out in the agenda, so you couldn't see. So it's
I was wondering why parts of our
agenda
have been redacted from me.
On my agenda. Big reveal. I still use paper for my agendas every week.
That's going to turn into a screenshot on Twitter.
Yeah. David makes fun of me for that. Okay, so how much do you think? So Bitcoin's at about 1.1 trillion in terms of total market cap. How much do you think that of that 1.1 trillion is held by countries and companies? How much?
Companies. Okay, so MicroStrategy is a company, and MicroStrategy owns 1%. I know that.
Oh man, you're really getting
countries. El Salvador is much smaller than MicroStrategy. So I don't even think countries even is registering here. BlackRock and all of the others, is that counting our ETFs companies? I think so, right? That's counted as companies.
Swag it. No, an ETF, if it's owned by an individual, it's not. If it's owned by a company, it is. It's not just everything that's custodied.
I'm going to go with 4% is held by countries and companies.
A lot more. All right. So this is Van X estimate. And maybe they're off by a factor of X amount, but it's probably in the ballpark. Van X says they own about 175 billion. That'd be closer to like, I guess a 17% or so, something like this, right? 16, 17%.
About 14%, yeah.
14%.
14%? What?
Yeah, 14% is held by...
who is
actually, this does include ETFs in the headline. It looks like it's ETFs.
All right,
nations
well, in that
and companies.
Case, yeah, that's what I thought.
That's still a lot.
ETFs are the big one.
It's still a lot more than I thought, right? I mean, 14% already owned by companies. We know that crypto, like Bitcoin, has always been retail first, and it's still retail, predominantly owned. But now,
if it's 14% companies, ETFs, all these things, everything else is retail.
Yeah, they're entering
or I guess VC funds.
Yeah.
To continue leveling up your crypto game, then you need to get on the Bankless newsletter. It's the world's most popular crypto email and is completely free. Just click below to sign up.